in the last 25 to 30 years, we haven't had any book in architectural lighting that questions the set of assumptions that we inherited from the lighting design generation of the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. There were certain books written in the 70s by Bill Lamb, by a few other authors, Stanley McCandless, Richard Kelly, all great authors. And they really laid it out in terms of, what that next generation of lighting designers, which is where I started, could work with. But since then, people just forgot to write. But really, after that or around that, there has been no essay which furthers, where the profession is going. Is it relevant? Will it stay relevant? 25 years almost of doing my research and writing, and then kind of combining it all together in this one effort. And I did not want to make a coffee table book. I think that's a waste of resources. If you're not really able to engage with a bigger picture dialogue that can change something, then, if it's another Me Too, look at how pretty I am, vanity book, which is a coffee table book, then it's a waste of paper and environment and everyone's time. What is it that is actually driving this medium of light across cultural boundaries, geographical boundaries around the world, and is there a unifying principle? And what are the differences? And why is it that certain countries, cultures react to light one way and others in a different way? Without raising the questions and not getting lost in political correctness, I believe you can't really change the thinking. Do you really put this into practice, or you don't have anything else to do, so you sit down and write essays? Yeah. Now the essays come out of these experiences. They come out, they're drawn out from these experiences that have actually happened. Ever present understanding that we must question, be the contrarians that we are, be the iconoclasts that we are. We must question and then share that knowledge with the industry at large, understanding the context. What does that mean? What can my contractor deliver? What can my supplier deliver? What kind of installation practices do they follow? How do they run the wires? The point I'm making is, understanding the lay of the land is super important. That's on the professional side. Then there is that whole personal inquiry into what makes the people there tick. The magic of being able to dive deep into the local culture. Dive deep. Don't skim the surface, because skimming the surface will only get you that in terms of your responses. Superficial, surface-based responses. So, two angles to it. The professional angle, where we do workshops, where we do these questionnaires, where you kind of you got all these points. And then there's a personal part of it, that you really should want to be there. The power companies and the lighting manufacturers started saying, well, you got to have more light and more light and more light, otherwise all hell will break loose. And I started asking this question way back. I was like, wait, so where did these light levels come from? What is really important? And what's important is to engage the space to make it evocative. It's not about light levels. Lighting and lighting design in architecture has important questions that it can ask if we engage it. The problem is that we don't engage it. We're like, give me light levels, see you, thank you very much. And we're losing the plot when we contain ourselves to just talking about that. Light can do so much. Light and lighting can do so much more than just deliver lux levels. Everywhere we should have the same approach, that it's really about the human beings. It's light for human beings. A lot has changed. I'm fortunate in that I started in the profession in the early 90s. Through my education at the Lighting Research Center, and then working in different cities in the United States and then overseas, I've been able to see trends I've been able to see real technology changes. I've been able to somehow predict that certain things were going to change because I was open to change. That's the only constant, change, right? Where's the future? Everything is becoming IP based addresses. So all devices, all lighting devices will have an IP base. It's going to become a data based system, not a power based system. It's already happening. I would say give it another 5 years or so before it is majority of the projects. You can visit our website contextualizinglight.com for more information. Thank you for listening.